Then she took her son by the hand and led him to the cushion in the sitting room. As they sat together, she began to speak. Most times, we are too quick to give up God's assignment and God's time for our own convenience. We must see every task of God as compulsory, just as we see the duties of our office and our schoolwork, our business, and our personal lives. There is no meddling with God's time. There is a woman in the city of Cantor named Clara. She is married to Mr. Desmond and they have one son, Koko. Desmond and Clara have been happily married for over 12 years. Their son Koko is 11 years old and currently in high school. Koko is a very intelligent boy who always tops his class and shows remarkable creativity in fine arts. His teachers are especially fond of him because Koko loves to draw beautiful portraits of each of them and present these drawings as birthday gifts. His parents admire this kind and thoughtful gesture towards his teachers, and they continually encourage him to keep doing good to others. Mrs. Clara, on the other hand, is a professional woman who strongly believes in hard work. And despite her commitment to her corporate job, she remains highly organized and never lets her things fall apart. She believes that every part of her life is important, that none should suffer because of the other. Clara often says, "I am Clara, so I must take care of my health, my hair, my body, my nails, my eyes, everything. I'm a Christian, so I must nurture my spiritual life, never lose my relationship with God. I'm a wife, so I care for my husband, my son, and my home. I am an accountant, so I must grow and make progress in my profession. I am a worker, so I stay diligent and committed to my job. And I'm a daughter to my parents, so I care for them and for my siblings as well." Clara plans everything she does carefully, always putting all these responsibilities into clear perspective. She's known to be prompt in everything she does, and she never believes in procrastination. For Mrs. Clara, her guiding words are always pay attention to what is important and never postpone today's work until tomorrow. It was this dedication and discipline that caught Desmond's attention. For although they attended the same church, they belonged to different units. Desmond could not resist getting close to her because Clara is fun to be with and vast in knowledge. She reads a lot and is a cheerful lover of God. No wonder Desmond proposed to her, and together they had been living happily ever after. Desmond is a quiet and principled man. He believes that there are three most important things in his life, and they are his relationship with God, his relationship with his immediate family, and his dedication to his job. Anything outside this, he finds difficult to handle. His colleagues often tell him that he lives a triangular life and that he needs to break free. But as far as Desmond is concerned, that is not an advice he needs to heed. Together, Desmond and Clara have trained their son to be dedicated in everything he does. And as a result, he is a smart and wise son. One Wednesday morning, during the family devotion, Clara mentioned that she should pray for the evening meeting, since it was their usual practice to attend church every Wednesday. After the devotion, she was in no hurry to rush to work as it was a national public holiday. Clara had carefully planned the day because her schedule was full of many things she needed to accomplish. Later that morning, while she was in the kitchen preparing breakfast, Koko, her son, walked in and said, "Mom, I don't want to attend the evening service today." Clara remained silent for a moment. Then she said, "It's okay, my son. It's fine if you don't want to go to church, but please do me a favor. Go into your room, get a sheet of paper, and write down 5 reasons why you will not be attending church this evening. When you're done, take time to review your reasons and then bring the paper to me." Koko gladly replied, "Okay, Mom," and walked away. He went into his room, picked up a sheet of paper, and began to write. He stayed there for over 30 minutes, but could write only one reason, struggling to find the others. Meanwhile, Clara finished washing the dishes and went into her bedroom. She sat on a chair and carefully wrote out 10 reasons why she should not be in church that evening. When she was done, Clara left her room and went to her son's room. "Son, have you written out the 5 reasons why you will not be in church this evening?" Koko replied, "Mom, I am still working on it." Then Clara handed him her own sheet of paper containing 10 clear and thoughtful reasons why she should not be in church that evening. Koko read the list again and again, confused and unsure why his mother had given it to him. He then walked over to his mom, who was seated at the dining table working on a laptop. "Mom, I don't understand why you gave me this paper," he said. "Does this mean you won't be able to make it to service this evening? The title says so." The mom replied, "These are just 10 reasons I shouldn't be in church today." Then Clara said to her son, "Please, can you read them out loud?" Koko nodded and began to read aloud. 10 reasons I should not be in church this evening. Number 1, I have a presentation in the office by 9 a.m. tomorrow, and my PowerPoint presentation is not yet complete. Number 2, I have been invited to speak at a meeting tomorrow by 6 p.m. in another city. I have not packed my bag because I will be sleeping over. I must also leave the house by 4 p.m. to catch the 1-hour fast train. The meeting starts at 6 p.m., so I need to arrive at least 15 minutes earlier. Number 3, my mom is in the hospital and my dad is with her. I need to prepare what they will eat until I return from my trip in 2 days. Tomorrow morning, I will pack their food for the day, and before heading to the office, I must stop by the hospital to drop it off. This means most of the preparation must be done today. Number 4, I have an online prayer meeting tonight from 11 p.m. to 12 a.m. and I will be anchoring the prayers. Number 5, a friend called me an hour ago to say her son was rushed to the hospital. She asked that I stay with her for a while today to encourage her. Number 6, we will be having our daily prayers from 9 to 9:30 p.m. as usual. Number 7, I will be talking with my husband from 10 to 11 p.m. as usual. And you know your father does not bargain his time for anything. Number 8, I need to go to the train station today to change my train ticket because the meeting date was changed and the ticket cannot be changed online. Number 9, I must rest for 1 hour every afternoon as prescribed by my doctor due to my health. And number 10, a friend asked me to pray with her and speak with her teenage son early tomorrow morning from 6:30 to 7 a.m. This means I must ensure everything is ready so I do not finish late and arrive late at work. After reading out the reasons, Koko looked at his mom and asked, "So, does this mean you won't be going to church this evening?" His mom was silent for a moment. Then softly replied, "I will, dear." Koko asked again, "How will you be able to juggle all of this together? Is it compulsory that you must do all of them?" Clara then asked him to give her his sheet of paper. Koko stretched out his hand, and his mom was surprised to see that he had written only 1 reason. She read it and smiled. Then she asked her son, "If your teacher asks you to be in school this evening for a compulsory class, will you be there?" Koko nodded and replied, "Yes, Mom, I will." She continued, "Even if the class is not a revision for tomorrow's exam, will you still be there?" "Yes, Mom, I will," Koko answered. "Now, you wrote that you have exams tomorrow," she said. "Why wouldn't you tell your teacher that you have exams tomorrow?" Koko replied, Because it is compulsory, Mom, and I wouldn't want to miss it." Then she asked, "If my office had an important meeting at the same time as church service, will you advise me to miss the meeting?" "No, Mom," Koko replied. Clara smiled and said, "Of course, I wouldn't miss it either." Then she took her son by the hand and led him to the kitchen in the sitting room. As they sat together, she began to speak. Most times, we are too quick to give up God's assignment and God's time for our own convenience. We must see every task of God as compulsory, just as we see the duties of our office and our schoolwork, our business, and our personal lives. There is no meddling with God's time. We must learn to respect God's time. And the truth is this: God rewards those who invest their time in His business. Everything written in my list today is not an emergency, except for my friend whose child was rushed to the hospital. Some of these tasks are part of my daily routine, while others I learned about days or weeks ago and planned for within the week and the month. Koko, make it a principle in your life that there is no meddling with God's time. Do you understand, my son? Koko remained silent. God has been so kind to me. He sees all I have to juggle today. And in His mercy, the government declared today a public holiday, even though it is not a regular one. Koko, is God not kind to me? Always remember this: God rewards you every time you invest your life for His sake. Except when circumstances are truly beyond your control, never give up God's time just to suit your personal convenience. Living by this principle will guide your actions throughout your life. Then Clara said, "My son, it is your choice whether you want to be in church this evening or not. I will not force you. It's your decision to make there." Clara returned to the dining table to complete her PowerPoint presentation for the next morning. After that, she prepared another presentation for the meeting she will attend the following evening in another city. When she was done, she cooked meals for her family and for her parents, knowing she will be away for a day. After cooking and tidying up the kitchen, she took a bath and rested for 1 hour. When she woke up, there were exactly 2 hours and 40 minutes left before church service. She then told her husband that she would first go to the hospital to stay briefly with her friend, then proceed to the train station to change the ticket before heading to church. Desmond requested that they go together. As Clara stepped out of her room into the kitchen to eat, she noticed her son dressed as if he were going out. "Son, where are you going?" she asked. "To church, Mom," he replied. "Why did you change your mind?" Koko smiled and said, "I am following my mom. You are a perfect example. I must not meddle with God's time." Mrs. Clara smiled and said, "Come on. Come here, my son. That's the right spirit. I'm so proud of you. Thank God you took my advice to heart." Even Mr. Desmond smiled and lifted up his son with joy, glad that he had heeded such wise counsel. And that evening, a simple lesson became a lifelong principle. Mrs. Clara, with the help and strength of the Lord, was able to accomplish all her tasks. Though it was not easy, her ability to plan her day made all the difference. Koko, who had examination the following day, helped his mother with some household chores so she would not be stressed. After their family night prayers, he went into his room to read. God helped him in his exams, and he performed excellently in that subject. Also, Mrs. Clara successfully completed all her tasks for the 2 days as she planned. The Bible says, "Oh man, you are inexcusable." Romans 2 verse 1. Always remember, there is no excuse not to do what you are supposed to do when you are supposed to do it. A life lived in obedience and discipline always brings reward. What are the lessons from this story? Lesson 1. Always remember that your life has different parts. Your spiritual life, family life, work life, and personal life. Do not allow one area to suffer because of another. As much as possible, strive to maintain balance. Lesson 2. Do not be quick to replace God's assignment with your personal business. There is no excuse for meddling with God's time. What belongs to God must be treated as a priority. Lesson 3. Be a good role model to your children. Teach them good principles of life, not just by words, but by your actions. There are many more lessons in the story. Please feel free to mention others in the comment section. See you in my next video. Bye.